Alright, welcome back everyone for part 14 of Legend of Month, where we have cafe music that we're not going to play because we're going to play the recap music first. Last time you guys were able to complete, so Legend of Month is as a quest, and is divided into waves, if you didn't figure that out, 3 months at a time. Last time you completed the first wave. Well, the time before that you technically did because you defeated January, who is the last boss of this wave, and then you did a side quest, and the reason there was a side quest is because I was stalling for time. But you got some sweet loot out of it, so do you guys remember what you got?
Yes. We got... I don't remember.
You got... Why is this not shown to players? You got one of those, I know that.
Yeah. We got the patch that goes on the palliation staff.
Yeah.
Which means we'll have more healing.
Because you guys really needed that.
Right.
This is also kind of for Bustin's benefit. Bustin, since you weren't here, there was a thing where there was a magic circle, and this was after you had killed the viewer hag, which was not a problem whatsoever because I didn't decide to put 3 of them and blast you guys with 9 cones of gold. But anyway, so yeah, there was like a big chest, and well, actually no, you were here. You were here for that. I remember that now. You smartly chose the folder. And there was these, in case you forgot. So someone's gonna get some max HP up, and I'm pretty sure that Midir is gonna main these because more heals, more spell.
I got something. I don't remember what it was.
So I believe Tinker specifically returned the woman's wedding ring. You know, pretty much like said, "Hey, your husband is definitely dead." Yeah, this thing. So. These things have like a temporary benefit and then a long-term benefit, so you know it's up to you whether you want to apply them right away or wait and be able to use that short-term benefit as well. So timing is up to you guys, and I feel like you got something else, but maybe not. No,
the star patch.
That was
the star tattoo. I think all the money was in the chest that you didn't pick. So
yeah, I mean money.
You can get money from like literally anywhere. So.
Just walk into any old man's attic and start smashing vases and...
Or stealing their cardboard boxes, as the case may be.
And using them for all the stupid reasons.
I mean, he didn't get his paws frozen.
It's true. Okay. This is our chillaxing, jamming stuff. So, what do you guys do when you get back into the starship?
I realized that 37K is becoming quickly more at risk the further we get into the system.
It's true.
And I decided that I want to start working on a way for him to be less at risk.
How about the rest of you? It's been a grueling couple of days, plopping from planet to planet. Some of you had some enjoyment at the start of the first planet.
Yeah.
Mostly just Midir at this point. You lost a party member to a death in the family or something. I don't even know. Does anyone have any sort of like role play, like character building, funny stories they want to come up with? Just figured I'd ask.
With Adam, you can probably assume that a lot of the corners on the ship are scratched up.
All the upholstery is probably, yeah.
Yeah.
You're the reason why we can't have nice things, Indigo.
Yeah. Is it because I killed them?
I mean.
Oh yeah, I managed. I put the broomstick away from the hag.
Ah yes.
Because I didn't want Adam scratching.
I was about to say it is now for. I thought you're gonna use it. It's like it's now your weapon against me if I ever get on the shelves or something.
Yeah.
With the broom. You guys need to find a rolled up newspaper.
We started a trophy room where we currently have like a couple of like the droid things that I've harvested and the broom and possibly some.
May literally be Tinker's broom closet.
Yeah.
There's literally a broom, and the only other things in there are stuff that Tinker harvested, so... how about Korug and Midir? You guys just chillaxing?
Just chillaxing.
I assume at some point Tinker finds a laser pointer and starts messing with Adam.
Oh, I have a laser pointer on my gun.
Yeah, so you probably at least have a laser scope.
I can only use it a few times per day, but you know, playing with Adam could be a good use of it.
Okay. So you guys know you have to move. So these planets are kind of in clusters, which is why they're in waves. And so you're now, departing for the next cluster of planets within an undetermined amount of time, because we're sort of abstracting everything. You get signal. That was your cue to say main screen turn on. Okay. Anyway.
Main screen turn on.
Main screen turn on. Okay. And you. Well, perhaps not you, but the ship itself is kind of smart and recognizes it as another Council starship that is hailing you.
I mean, Adam's the one in the chair.
Oh,
yeah,
but I thought none of the buttons. I assume none of the buttons work in the chair.
They might. You see one that's like a green telephone looking thing.
Oh, I hit that one.
Okay. And a face pops up on the screen.
Skype.
Kind of.
Ugh.
It's actually, in fact, Discord. So Discord does video chat. Anyway, so you recognize the person. You kind of recognize the person on screen. Korug, in particular, probably notices and recognizes the guy maybe a little better than the rest of you. It is one of the. I say elder, not in the sense of being old, but like more veteran and experienced, and battle tested and quote unquote high level. Esteemed, if you will, councilman. His name is Midir Shikaita. He is a Goliath of a slightly different subrace than Korug. And, he speaks to you. Hey, good work out there. I've got some stuff for you. Can I come on board?
Sure,
yeah.
Why not? I assume he has credentials with him.
He does.
Okay, good enough for me.
I'm gonna say this is like a chamber where people come out of. Okay.
Here, I thought that was like Zordon's tube.
It might be, but like.
All these like AFK.
Yeah, I imagine this is like the teleportation chamber.
Yeah,
it might be.
Works.
So, anyways, so he steps out, and his experience level belies his somewhat youthful appearance.
Oh, jeez. He looks like Doug.
What?
Not entirely wrong. So how have you guys been making it?
Oh, we've been making it pretty good. We already freed 3 planets from the
Control of the months.
Yeah.
Does their organization have a name? I feel like we would.
They do, but we don't remember it.
Yeah, you guys don't remember. Well, that's fine, because back in character. Yes, well, we've been able to collect a little more intelligence since we sent you guys off here. And it looks like this organization, which, as far as we can tell, they're just called the Month Warriors. It seems like they might be a little bit more dangerous than we initially thought. Originally we didn't really know what they were up to. I don't know if you guys have gotten any word on what they're up to, have you?
We've kind of just been killing them first and asking questions never.
Well, that's not exactly a terrible thing. We've got the intelligence guys do their job, and you guys have certainly been doing yours, so it's good on you. Anyway, we're not quite exactly. Obviously, they're taking over planets, which is bad enough on its own. But we're starting to get the feeling there might be something more at play. But I'm afraid it's going to take us a little bit more time to determine exactly what. But in the meantime, he reaches into his pocket. So we have gotten authorization for you guys to use one of these. And he pulls out
a bathroom key.
No. He displays to you a pocket watch, which this is not actually a pocket watch icon, because literally every pocket watch that icon I could find was a broken image. So. This is Yatsagat's pocket watch. One of our great item craftsmen back at the Great Council creates these. They're kind of a emergency button, if you will. We only give them out in authorized sale to, well, people who are out on dangerous quests who have proven themselves and use them pretty well. And this is potentially going to get dangerous, so we want to make sure you're equipped with one of these. Just be aware it is a one-time use. But if you get into trouble, you can press this red button here on the back. And I also hear that they work automatically as well, so I'll leave it up to you to decide when and how to use it. But hopefully you don't have to.
Well, this seems like it could be mighty useful.
Mighty useful indeed. There's
Had a couple close calls already.
I expect it'll probably just get even more dangerous from here on out, so if nothing else, just, you know, you've got a backup, an ace in the hole, if you will. But you know, these they aren't cheap. You know, this one's on the house, but try not to use it if you don't have to, of course. I see you've got a pretty good cleric there in your party, so as he turns to Midir. I didn't write my e-token for this. He also produces a another little item, which is kind of just a, like, about a palm-sized, hand-sized charm in the shape of a lightning bolt. And he hands
The
it out.
one who lives.
Who's here, like, accepting the stuffs?
Adam takes all the stuff.
Tinker always was a big fan of time.
It's true.
It's helped us move forward in our lives.
Or backwards, depending.
So, yeah, Korug may or may not know this, but he assumes you don't. You may or may not know, my specialty is electricity. My signature technique, I call it Raging Thunder. This is an item I had made that sort of emulates that. It's simply called a Thunder Rage. Just, again, it's a one-time use thing, but just hold it up high above your head, and it'll rain down thunderbolts in a small area, and I'll put the actual stuff momentarily when Tinker inevitably does identify spam on stuff. Yeah, the nice thing about this is, you know, some creatures, they're resistant to electricity, right? Everyone probably nods.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, with my techniques, I've been able to make that resistance not quite so work against this. So it should be pretty safe to use on whatever you need to. If there's a, you know, sometimes you get into spots, you know, where there's a large crowd and you gotta clear them out. So anyway, that's just my personal tack on. There's one more thing too, before I leave. You guys have been, well, you've taken out 3 of these guys by now. I can't imagine that word hasn't started to spread to the rest of them. So you can probably expect there to be some heightened security whenever you get into the wherever places these guys are heading. Oh baby, he won't go through all of those bullet points, but nor do you need to read them all right now because you're not anywhere near a dungeon. But
we should start leaving with survivors.
It's a possibility. So you guys can read that later. You don't have to do it right now. Well, with that, yeah, you guys have been doing a great job. I just wanted to stop by and you know, give you that. And yeah, best of luck out there. Try to come home safe, okay?
Thank you,
Got it.
sir.
All right. So he steps back and whoops back to his ship.
I mean, Cooper, I know you love Persona, but this is really cool.
That's also a temporary icon that I made, like, really quick. So, anyway, stuff. So, a certain amount of time passes, and during this downtime, a couple of you do some things. So, why don't you describe what the things are that you do?
Well, as Tinker mentioned before, he wanted to find a way to try to better protect 37k in combat. So, through some research, he learned of some steedware that would allow him to do such a thing, and therefore wanted to embark on trying to construct a saddle of the Cavalier.
Cool. I would definitely say that all the little nicks and knacks that you've accrued so far, I forget exactly how much those normally are, but I think all the parts you've gotten so far, you can just get that done. I think you've got enough parts on you.
Sweet.
One other random thing that I totally forgot. Nimidar also foisted a some sort of a data disk for the upcoming planets on you, but we'll do that in a moment.
Sounds good. I think Adam was doing something as well.
He was.
Mostly working on my archery skills and wondering why the name that implies getting more likely to hit does not have anything to do with the hitting better. So
you really train yourself up, and what is it? Is it +2?
I think +2 is fine. Yeah.
Okay.
That at least like on the first shot, like when I'm the most focused, I can actually hit better.
There you go. So you get +2 on your first shot. Well, is that when you use your steady shot?
Yeah, when I use steady shot.
And how about Midir?
I don't know how to describe what I've been doing.
You've been smashing things.
You've been
with your
whacking things
shield.
with a shield. There's probably like some like sparring dummies, you know, for like archery purposes, but instead of like shooting them with arrows, I just imagine Midir's just been like whacking these like straw dummies with a shield. Which you have a couple of now, actually. You got a couple of magic shields.
Yes, I do.
None of them are +1, but they all have different effects, so that's something. And I don't believe Korug came up with anything, so maybe we'll give him a chance later. We can like delay it, but we'll see. So if you guys all get some sort of unique custom thing, because you know that's the theme of this quest, right? Doing some cool stuff, having fun. And so again, in undetermined amount of time later, you get another signal on your screen.
Slippy.
It's not Slippy.
Oh.
Is Adam still manning the cockpit? By cockpit, I mean he's sitting in the biggest chair in the room.
Oh, I hit the green button.
Alright, you hear a voice, it's a voice only on this. He doesn't so much have the webcam on. He goes, hello, hello!
Oh god, I think I remember this voice.
Hello, space travelers. I'm a traveling merchant. I see you happen to be in my vicinity, and I was wondering if you'd like to come aboard my mercantile vessel.
Well, I've played enough FTL to know this is either a really good idea or a terrible trap.
It's up to you.
Did you say... What did he say? Did he say mercantile?
He said mercantile.
Yeah, he's in mercantile.
Okay. Did you say mercantile?
Why, yes, I have various wares in here. They're all very expensive.
I like it. Yes, prepare to be boarded.
Okay.
Don't say it like that.
Okay, I don't have a thing for his ship, so we'll just go to the planet select screen now. And somewhere in here is your council starship, and so yeah, you see a ship
Right over there, next to Cobra Starship.
Yeah. I wonder if there's actually a spaceship like thing. Probably not. I searched for a certain thing earlier and got something that's completely different. So that's like a fighter spaceship. Sure, there's that, and I don't know, spaceships, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, so there's airlocks and whatnot. You board a ship, and it's like pretty much like an emporium of various stuffs that you would, maybe not everything you'd ever want to buy, but like most stuff you would find like a general store, plus some other stuffs. Some of his shelves are kind of empty, so it seems like, you know, he might have been bought out, had a lot of stuff bought recently. But anyway. So he steps out and says, "Welcome, welcome." Where did this music go? Oh my word! Hold up. Oh wait, nope. I remember where it is. It is right there. My name is Darian Bink. I travel the galaxy, foisting, no, well, not foisting, offering my wares to various people I meet. Take a look around. What sort of stuff you guys like, kind of looking at, maybe?
Tinker loves magical items, probably to an equivalent extent of the salesman. So
he gets to look at you and sort of like kind of studying you, checking you out.
Oh, checking them out?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Excuse me, sir, with the armor and the thunder cannon there. Would you happen to be an artificer?
I happen to be the best artificer in this system, sir.
Ah, what a boast. It's rare to find someone of the same calling as myself, you know. Tell you what, you certainly have a set of Tinker's tools you use, do you not?
Ah, all of my tools are Tinker's tools.
Is that so? Well, I happen to
Typically,
be
yes.
an advanced artificer myself. As a show of goodwill, I'd like to give you some additional tools that I've developed. And he produces a box with a set of Tinker's tools, which you realize, but there's a couple of extra, you know, this and that's in there.
Ooh.
So he offers those to you as a, you know, so basically as a welcome gift, just for stopping by.
Oh, I graciously accept, sir.
I'm sure by now you've been able to construct some sort of a companion, have you not?
I have a very trusty elk-like companion.
Wonderful.
His name is 37K.
Oh, fine, fine name. With the tools that I've added here, you might be able to more easily construct some upgrades for your companion.
Tinker hears the word upgrade and gets like a nerd boner.
Okay, so how about the rest of you? What sort of, like, general stuff are you looking at?
Um,
You can also just post everything, that might be good too.
yeah, because I could like name names, but it could take a while because there's a lot of items in this world.
Delete 3 of those that I put in here in the wrong order. Everything is probably labeled, so with as far as the name goes. Shows are all...
I guess I'll take a look at see what shields this guy might have.
Oh my word.
Oh my lord.
It's multiple things. Let's see. I don't think I put any. Did I?
That sounds like a lot of medicine.
It is. There's a large drug section. He's got a lot of drugs. I will double check if he had any shields. I don't know that he did. Which might be because there are already 2 magic shields in the quest already.
Would he happen, as you know,
Mm-hmm.
Tinkers like ourselves like to collect interesting items.
Why, certainly.
But sometimes carrying items can be a burden. Do you happen to have anything that would be able to store items more conveniently?
There may be something in the back. Let me check. Proceeds to do as such. If I can find the thing. Wait for it. Alphabetical cues. Wait. That's hilarious. Oh, so yes, he does in fact have something that would be helpful in doing just that. If I can pull up what it actually is, because I didn't pull up the DMG. It is indeed a Heward's handy haversack.
I like the idea of that.
Do you know what that does?
I'm familiar with it. Over the table, I do know what it does.
I'm control Fing the DMG to pull up exactly what it does. For those of you who don't know, it is basically a fancy bag of holding. Although, apparently, it's actually in that one price guide, it actually costs less. I forget exactly why. I do have one of these, but it's very expensive.
How expensive is very expensive?
I sell them for 70,000 credits. It's quite a deal, to be honest with you.
It is indeed very expensive. Tinker walks over to Adam. Hey, buddy. Can I borrow 9,000 credits?
Too bad for you, only have.
Oh no, you don't have any money. Actually, wait, 89 would work. I have.
That's how much money I have.
Oh, it's under 9,000.
It's under 9,000.
It is.
What are you trying to get?
Handy haversack. Maybe if we buy a bunch of stuff, he'll give us a discount.
It's distinctly possible.
Hey guys, buy stuff.
You guys inquire about any other particular items?
Yeah, what did the bottom four do?
Let's see. So it's starting with the magic mask. Ah, so this is as you pick it up and it kind of looks like you know, like those ballroom type masks that people wear. Totally not at all like the P5 protagonist mask. Just happens to resemble that. Oh, that's a magical mask. Have you heard of the spell Disguise Self?
That's a good question.
You can alter your appearance. That is a
no, I
question.
haven't.
Oh my. Well,
Maybe. Heard rumors.
to put it at a high level, you can make yourself look different, like perhaps even some other race, for about an hour after you put this mask on. But be aware that its magic is one-time use, so don't just go putting it on whenever you feel like it.
That could be useful for laying low.
He looks like he wants to make a joke, but the correct joke doesn't quite come to him. So the other 4. So there's a little bottle, and it's kind of in a small bottle in like a brown flask. That is simply called a panacea. He looks at the cleric. He looks at the guy who's probably totally a cleric. I'm sure you've used the lesser restoration spell, correct? Someone's been paralyzed or poisoned, something to that effect. Simply pour this down their throat and it'll have the same effect. And of course, anyone can use it. The next thing is also in a bottle. It is a like kind of pink purpley liquid within a corked glass bottle. Oh, that's a very interesting item. I call it the bottled barrier. When you uncork it, you become enveloped in a protective mist. Sometimes, you're trying to dodge out of the way of fire, or perhaps someone's trying to turn you to stone. Various things like that you try to resist. Well, while you're enveloped by this mist, I'm not quite sure how many of these effects it would protect you against, but you'll definitely be able to get by whatever effects are ailing you. Because Tinker does the thing, I'll just paste the description.
Yeah! That's pretty good.
That's bottled barrier, not panacea.
Yeah, it's the bottle barrier.
Yeah. What's this handle of the Dopply?
So yeah,
So then what's panacea do? That sounds like
that's like the full heal thing.
yeah, it's like lesser.
panacea usually heals status effect.
It is in fact
never mind.
exactly what it does. Yeah, it is in fact properly.
No, but that usually heals status effects.
Yeah,
so
it's
you're
like
saying
lesser restoration, like poison, paralyze, all that stuff. That's what it does. So the last item in that row, I'm sure they're all in a row. So it looks like a well, like a very short cylinder. Who picks it up?
Adam.
No, he doesn't.
Tinker will pick it up. But...
Okay. Well, rather than me explain what it does, why don't you just give it a little squeeze?
I squeeze the rod. Handle.
Okay, and as you do, from this little, about as, I'd say it's probably about 4-ish inches long normally. It gets really big.
Power pole!
Specifically, it becomes 15 feet long. That handle of the Dopply becomes a pole when it's gripped by someone. You don't look like you're the most, he makes a little flex motion, strong member, perhaps, of your group, as he looks over at, say, Korug. The stronger you are, the longer the pole will elongate to. But it looks like with your strength, that looks to be about 15 feet. And of course, it's much easier to carry than an actual, 10-foot pole.
Who would carry a 10-foot pole around?
I know, right? But of course, to make up for it, this one's very expensive. Much more expensive than a standard pole.
The other thing I was interested in were these adhesive soles.
Ah, yes. You might be able to guess just by the name. Simply apply them to whatever footwear you have. And you'll be able to walk on walls, as with the spider climb spell, if you're familiar with that. But just be aware, it only works for 1 minute.
Well, Tinker's still very interested in this handy haversack.
How much is the handle of Dopply?
It's very expensive. 4,000 credits.
How do I have like 50,000 credits?
Probably because I kept adding to your sheet whenever you would like bounce out early, and then like we'd split the gold. So.
I was about to say that's. I guess not that expensive. So what is it like an attack? Like I don't understand.
It's pretty much just like a utility. I mean, you could use it as an attack. It's mostly like a utility item.
Yeah, whatever, I'll buy.
Okay. I'm sure it will treat you well. In fact, at your strength level, I imagine you might even get it out to 25 feet long.
So I immediately squeeze it as hard as I can with both hands.
And your strength is 20, right?
Yes.
And indeed it does go 25 feet long, narrowly, you know, avoiding knocking things off the shelf. Careful with that thing now.
He's heard that one before.
Yeah.
Hey, Korug, buddy.
It's the Bank of Korug.
You mind helping a pal out with I'm a few credits short, and I really think this item could be helpful for me.
How many credits?
About 9,000, maybe a little less. 8,700. It's a handy haversack.
Handy haversack? What was that?
It's a fancy bag of holding.
A fancy bag of holding?
That for some reason is actually cheaper than the actual bag of holding.
What do we need it for?
Well, I could explain it,
Holding.
but that would take days. And a lot of theoretical science.
We don't have a weight limit.
I mean...
Sure.
Thanks, pal.
So, specifically with the
I guess that was
haversack,
across the table.
by the way.
Like, we don't have, I don't know what you need it for, but that's cool, man. I got so many credits, you've never seen credits.
This is what is coming off of my sheet.
Well, then why do you... Okay.
Because it's 70 and I only have 61.
So, for clarification, for those who don't know, so it has a large central pouch and 2 side pouches for Pokeballs. And by Pokeballs, I mean the side pouches each hold up to 20 pounds of material, not exceeding a volume of 2 cubic feet. And the large central pouch can hold 8 cubic feet, or 80 pounds of materials.
I just don't understand why you wasted all your money on it.
Like I said, theoretical science.
What?
I'm a tinkerer. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm assuming you're not going to put 37k in it. Because I'm pretty sure 37k is more than 80 pounds.
It might be the opposite.
You know, put it in 37k.
No, 37k might put him in it.
Oh man. That is also an opposite.
We can stick Adam in it and then sneak him into places. For free. Like free movies.
Doesn't he have the best stealth in the party?
Probably. Well, I'm broke, so...
Hey, you too.
How much is the bottom barrier?
Oh, the bottle barrier. It's very expensive. But it could well save your life at the price of 13,000 credits.
How many does he have? How many do you have?
Let's see how many he has. He has...
Well, why don't you try to barter with me?
Let's roll to him.
Because he's a fellow artificer.
He has
and I
3
didn't want to
bottle
insult him.
barriers.
How much is the panacea? Or panacea, however you say it.
I sell the panaceas for 10,000 credits.
I'm not ready.
Is anyone curious about any of the other things? I just want to say I was very proud of all those names.
Let me get 2 panaceas and 1 bottle barrier.
Scribbling things in my notepad.
I want to know what adhesive soles do.
Yeah, those are their spider climb souls. Only lasts for 1 minute though.
Well, isn't the haversack cheaper because technically the bag of holding has a higher volume?
I think it is. I think the difference is that the bag of holding, like, it's
quicker to access. It's like more.
Yeah,
convenient.
with the haversack, whatever you want is always at the top.
Right.
Actually, you know what? I don't want the bottle barrier. Never mind. I take it back. I'll take 3 panaceas. I just have a feeling about something. Like all these things that are like dulled status effects, and then you just have a panacea, and I'm just like,
You're gonna you're gonna like keep one hidden under your tongue at all times, or like in like a fake tooth, like freaking.
See, like a
cyanide
tooth.
tooth.
Cyanide.
What does panacea heal? Does that heal from all status effects? Or?
So it's whatever lesser restoration heals, which I will tell you right quick. Malice probably has the spell he could cast it, but you know. Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. Of course, if you're paralyzed, you can't take actions, so you wouldn't be able to use it on yourself if you're paralyzed, but someone could grab it from your pack and use it on you.
I don't know then. How much are the potions of dulled, you know, frost, shock, acidity, venom, voltage?
Ah, these are very useful if you're going up against enemies who can deal elemental damage. Once you drink one of these, until you next take a break for a while, you'll reduce the damage you take from that element by, well, it'll depend first off on how high level you are, as well as how tough your body is. Which is code for you get a damage reduction of con mod plus your proficiency bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have really
How
big
much do they
con mods.
cost?
So.
How much do they cost?
Each variety is 12,000 credits.
Oh, shit.
Very expensive.
How about, there's none of that. So is venom a damage and acidity are damage types?
So it's fire, lightning, cold, acid, poison, and thunder are the damage types.
Fire, lightning, cold. Poison, acid, and thunder.
Those 3 you want, or what?
No, I'm just still thinking. Does anyone else want anything?
I don't want anything else.
I'll take a voltage, a shock, and an acidity. But I only have 35,898 credits. That's all I got. So I don't have 36,000. So you gotta take it. That's it.
I think he'll make a deal on it for that.
Okay.
Anything else on the list you want at least described?
So that would be shock, voltage, and
Acid?
acidity. Yeah.
You said you had what, 35,8 something?
35,898.
I'll make the sale.
What's the difference between voltage and shock?
One's lightning, one's thunder. Voltage is lightning.
Like, I guess like in...
Oh, like the damage types?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know.
lightning is like electricity, and thunder's more like kind of basically sound-based damage.
Like pressure wave kind of a thing?
Yeah, like thunder wave is thunder damage because it makes a loud noise.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like sonic damage, basically.
I feel like only one of those might be useful upcoming, but we'll see.
It's true. Based on the, you can pretty clearly see the one of the planets there. Lightning's probably a good idea.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, one of those two. I was like, well, maybe it'll be split between like one will be lightning, one will be thunder. But I don't know, whatever. We'll see what happens. such as the wrist. I don't know, whatever.
So I think Blaw's trying to grab this haversack.
Yeah, I gave up all my monies for that.
Okay, and possibly some of Bustin's too.
Yeah.
Bustin's a nice guy. How about the other two?
Malice.
Malice, Indigo.
What?
Any?
No, I'm good.
Oh.
I'll hold on to my money.
Are you sure you don't want any of that gel stuff this time that you totally ignored and could have helped?
Oh,
Well,
by the way, also, I labeled it as lemon gel for the SP restore. It was actually orange gel. So, but it's the SP restore level 1 gel. So.
Okay.
I missed
How
those.
much is this guy selling them for?
But wait for it. Is that how much?
If it's not cheaper than the vending machine, then there's really no point, right?
20,000, which is the same as it was on January, which was slightly
Okay.
cheaper than the vending machine. Maybe eventually you'll find one. Any other items you want described, at least?
Allegra?
Ah, Alurgra.
Allegra.
Yep.
Allegra.
This, along with some of these other items next to it. Take a whiff of this. Not a whiff, as a swig. Take a little swig of this small vial, and you will find yourself to be a little more charismatic until you take a break. Which is charisma +2 until your next short rest.
I'll take a little swag of this one.
And the same goes
Nice.
for the Flexto Biswol, Dexedrin,
Oh,
Burlock.
I think I actually have a vial of Dexedrin already.
You have a vial of Dexterity that's actually different.
Oh, is
It
it?
is. Yours is
Ah.
+4, I think.
Oh yeah, mine's mega better. Mine's like the hard prescription stuff that they won't give you over the counter.
It's true, but I think yours also only lasts for 1 minute.
Yeah.
So there's a burst.
How long
Burlocks.
does the other one last for?
Until your next short rest.
Ah, okay.
The other ones are Aquitafed and Sapienol.
And what is Burlocks?
That's the Constitution +2 one,
Con. Okay.
which also gives you a max HP boost because you know, Con works that way. Unless you already have 20 Con, in which case why are you using this?
Right. Okay. I think that's all we needed to know. Did we check out what the mist potion was?
You did not.
Well, that's the only thing left on the list that we don't know what it does, so...
Ah, this is a very special potion. Most potions, you know, you pour down someone's throat if they're unconscious. This potion works merely by popping the cork, as a healing mist will surge around about 15 feet from you, and all creatures who are within that range will heal for about as many hit points as a potion of greater healing. Very useful if multiple allies are incapacitated.
AoE res!
Absolutely, but of course, it's very expensive.
Anything worth its weight is very expensive. That's what I always say.
He says that as he slaps his somewhat large belly.
I just realized you can't see his feet.
It's true.
He's wearing black shoes in the dead of space.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's not very fair.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't have shoes because the screen cap I took of this like cut off the shoes, so I was like, okay, whatever. I'm not drawing shoes. Okay. That'll be all then.
Unless somebody wants to buy that really, really useful potion.
It's very expensive. 32,000 credits.
I think the healer has enough healing.
Probably true.
But it might be good for a non-healer to have that healing, in case the healer dies.
It's possible. By the
Unless
way,
the healer is extremely confident that he will never die.
it'll never happen. By the way, Of course, I love selling things, but I'm also in the business of buying things in case there's things you would like to exchange.
Got an iron pot and a shovel.
A modest offer.
Oh, I show him this vial of dexterity.
Ah, one of these, huh? Where did you happen to get one of these, may I ask? No, never mind. Perhaps it's not better. It's better that I don't ask. These are a little dangerous to use, you know.
All of the fun things in this world are.
Dumb question.
Mhm.
Does this guy have, like, normal armors and weapons?
Yeah, anything that's like regular stuff in the PHP, he'd have.
So how much would, say, full fucking plate?
Do you want your plate to fornicate with you?
Possibly.
Actually, that is a good question. How much would it be for? I'm gonna get half a plate.
Let's see. So regular full plate would be. Apparently, it's freaking expensive, dude. Apparently, 150,000 credits.
What?
150 gold. Right? Or,
1,500 gold is how much plate mail is.
wait, really?
Yes.
Which isn't so far-fetched from the actual...
It's quite a price increase for one more AC.
How much is half plate?
Half plate is 750, so it would be 75,000.
Okay. Wait, 75,000?
It's normally 750.
Well, never mind.
That feeling when normal stuff is more expensive than cool stuff.
150,000 credits. I'll be back!
There's also a pretty good chance you might find it on somebody, kind of like how Korug did in the prelude.
Yeah. Didn't I take my studded leather from someone, or did I? No, I started with that because we started at level 5.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Anyone selling?
Don't have anything to sell.
What would he offer for the vial of dexterity?
Well, you know, this has some severe drawbacks, and I like to be upfront with people when I sell it to them, so I'm afraid I could only offer a measly 200 credits. Probably not worth your time.
No, I think I'll keep it in case I need it for a tight spot.
Well, they are useful for that. You are aware of the side effect, aren't you?
More or less, but my friends here could use a refresher.
Yes, well, as you know, this will grant a stronger burst of dexterity than would the dexedron that I sell, but after that minute is up, you'll find it difficult to make anything to do with your dexterity until you've taken a nice long rest. I.e. disadvantage on any roll that uses dexterity.
Including tackles, if you're using it.
Conveniently, the only other time you used it was during a boss fight, and so you didn't really suffer any ill effects of it. Because the boss fight ended.
I guess I'll show him both of my shields just to see how much he'll buy them.
Some fine shields these are. Let's see. This looks like an ice shield. And this, Kakan shield. I would offer you 30,000 credits for the ice shield, and for the Kakan shield, 42,000 credits.
That's almost enough to get half of your armor.
And I was going to say, that's as tempting as that is, that doesn't get me to the plate. So I think for right now, I'll simply hold on to them.
Certainly very wonderful treasures.
But at least I have an idea how much they're worth now.
Alright, sounds like we're pretty much wrapped up here.
Sounds like it.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for your business. If you're going to be around this galaxy for much longer, perhaps we'll run into each other some other time. As a parting gift, I'd like to give you a little something special that you can only find in this galaxy. And he produces it's a little lucky rabbit's foot.
He gives us a $2 bill.
It's not. This is a foot from a legendary rabbit that only exists in this galaxy called a Sutakora.
Rabbit foot.
Sometimes you may find yourself trapped, either by enemies or perhaps some horrible trap in the room. Simply give this a quick squeeze, and it'll poof you back to a safe
The harder you
space.
squeeze it, does that make you go farther?
Probably not.
Oh. Well,
Of course, once you squeeze it, this poor little rabbit's foot will just collapse into just a handful of fur, but it's worth it.
It
can save your life.
Escape rope.
handful of fur, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does that transport even party members who might be down?
It does.
I think the healer or tinker should have it. Some people who stay back.
I would give it to Adam.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
He probably wants to kill rabbits anyway.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you're not
What was
wrong.
the first? What was the first one?
The Yatsugat's pocket watch.
Yeah, which I have, so I don't want to. We don't want to have me with both.
It's true.
Because if I get like destroyed, then things could go awry.
Possibly. I think you're also told it does work automatically, so it may
The
or may
rabbit's
not.
foot?
No, the pocket watch.
Use a watch. Yeah.
But you can also manually invoke it if you so choose. Okay, so with that, you guys make it back to your ship, and as you start to approach the wave, you think, now's probably a good time to watch that instructional DVD, as it were.
DVDs. Huh?
Sure, it's a DVD. A little dossier for each of the planets that are upcoming, and so
I think it's a laser disc instead.
it might in fact be a laser
Yeah,
disc.
HD DVD.
Mm-hmm. So here's our actual.
I'm surprised you know what Laserdisc is. I'm impressed.
I watch
Indigo.
AVGN. Oh.
I was gonna say Indigo. He's like 14.
Oh, thanks, man.
Okay. So here's our actual planet select screen. So you get a
Is this
brief.
Mega Man X?
It is Mega Man. It's not X though. It is
Oh,
PlayStation.
7?
8.
8.
8's the best
That's what
for station. Anyway, so you may have guessed on the patterns what the names of the next 3 planets are. So you have, and I forgot to actually put their specific names, but anyway. So we have Planet April. April, at least in the intelligence disc. Sure, it's a laser disc that Nimidar left you. April is known as the Lady of Storms, and this is a planet that has a lot of, activity in its atmosphere. It's not necessarily lightning all the time, but constant thunderstorms, rain, lightning, all of that stuff. That is the stuff you can expect to see there. They're in the middle, thank you, Korug, for dinging the planets for us, is Planet May, which is a very much verdant planet covered with sometimes gigantic flowers and mushrooms and other things of that sort. I believe May's, the bad guy's character, May's title is just simply Lady of Flowers. I think it is.
April showers bring May flowers.
It's distinctly possible. And then finally we have Planet June, which is she's the Lady of Sunshine.
Which we decided looks like possibly
some sort of a bird.
like a chocobo-esque flamingo.
Put a bird on it.
Lots of beaches, fun in the sun. Possibly not so much fun with you know, people having taken it over. But those are your 3 choices. I'm actually gonna be right back real quick while you guys ruminate on it.
Do May, then April, then June.
I wanted to go to the beach first.
Yeah, I also wanted to go to the beach planet.
Yo, we're going to the hardest one first. What the fuck?
Okay, you know what? There's a couple of things. I think maybe we shouldn't do the beach first. I think May. I like May first, actually.
I also like the beach because I'm pretty sure that's what Coop prepared for.
That could be distinctly possible.
Wait, so Cooper prepared for
No,
June?
I'm pretty sure he's prepared for whatever.
I know. I think we told him last week that we wanted to do the beach one.
Well then, if that's the case, then I guess we'll do it. We got like 2 escape items and some pole of some sort.
Oh my god, if you click and hold while you're drawing, it pings.
Then that was me.
Oh, it's turning my like line red when you do that.
Nice. It's not for me.
Oh my word, the bird.
Bird is the word.
The bird is the word.
So then what's the thing in the front?
It's
that's his flamingo leg.
yeah, because you know birds have like the backwards leg.
Is he like sitting down?
Their knees are in the back.
Yeah.
No, it's just you gotta turn your head.
No, this is the bird after Korug gets there. He broke his knees the wrong way.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, birds have the birds have like the backwards knee.
Yeah,
Yeah, like dogs do, I think, in the back legs. I didn't actually catch that officially, so June.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Even though I'm just going on record as saying I think it's a bad idea. But that's alright.
I mean, you guys did do the second planet last time and it worked out okay.
Now we're doing the 3rd planet.
Mm-hmm.
So
See how it goes. Okay.
It's time to up our game.
It's true.
yeah.
We're completely in it.
Yeah.
Alright, so this first section, this is actually
Is this like
semi...
in MMOs where it's like you are too low level to complete this quest?
It's not. Okay. So this bit is partially. That's a little too loud for me. Partially theater of the mind here. Oh my word, where is
Destiny Island.
where's my music?
I love this song.
Glad someone does.
What's this from?
Kingdom Hearts.
Is it really Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah.
Man, I was like thinking like 3 other games and Kingdom Hearts wasn't even on my radar.
It was. Yeah, it's the Destiny Island song.
Okay.
So I spent hours grinding on Destiny
I
Island.
feel like I did
Are you
too.
talking about like where you first start off?
Yeah.
It's like the only part of Kingdom Hearts.
when
I've
I
actually
was
I think I remember hating that part, actually.
I played through it like the first time, and I didn't leave that island until I was like level like 15.
I remember hating that part because like when I went to go play through the second time, I was like, oh yeah, I'll just play some Kingdom Hearts, and you're just on that island for like a fucking hour. I'm like,
Yep.
Come on.
Where's my Disney characters? Actually, they're no, there's not like scenes. Anyway, so yeah, so you touch down on planet June. You're actually on top of like a sand dune, so the part here is just sort of a general visual representation.
Dune on June.
Yeah, Dune on June. To your left, I guess it should be your left. You're like facing to this way. To your left is a pretty tall like plateau that, in theory, you could climb, but it doesn't seem to be the correct way to go. And then you have.
Is it more than 25 feet high?
It is very much more than 25 feet high.
Alright.
Pretty sure. So it seems to be kind of like a straight shot, you know, strolling along the beach, as there is indeed water to your left. And as you touch down, it is sort of very hot here in a very like unpleasant way. So I guess it's like an 80-foot plateau apparently. Is what I have written down here. This is not set to repeat.
Would our downtime activities have taken place at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
So you've got your fancy saddle and whatnot. Okay, this just has a brief not word. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so yeah. What is your guys' travel pace?
it impeded by the sand?
Not especially. I mean, 37k may or may not kind of have, you know, some difficulty, but I imagine like Tinker's probably got him equipped with some like, you know, like alternate like camel. Camel.
Oh, yeah, he
Camel feet for traveling in sand.
4 sets of camel toes. Yeah, he's like a metabot. He has interchangeable parts.
I'm sorry.
He's like a
I'm
Zoid.
sorry, Maria. I think you're watching.
Oh no.
Oh no. Moving on. Camel feet. I'm sorry. Anyway, yes, 37k. You know, maybe a little bit difficult. He's not used to walking with the with them. But anyway, it's a smooth ride for Tinker. You know, he's traveling in his new saddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty comfortable.
Okay, so you guys are going at a normal pace.
I would think so.
Okay.
How's Korug liking this heat?
Well, in fact, nobody is liking this heat very much. Roughly, what is it? Sure, about 15 minutes into your journey, the sun rays are like really starting to beam down on you, and like you can tell this is some crazy oppressive. Not so much the heat, just like the UV rays, if that to describe it more. Everyone takes 4 radiant damage.
Oh wow.
This is gonna be so fun. I can already tell. Can I walk under 37k?
Alright, he's not that big.
Yeah, he's not that big, and you kind of are that big, so.
Can 37k walk under?
I think he's currently walking under you.
This is true.
It's kind of what riding is.
Half cover.
Let's see, so you guys get, we'll say like, this is roll 20, don't reload on me now. It's a visual kind of representation. You guys are about right there. And let's see, so give me perception checks. Just normal. You guys are traveling at a normal pace. You know, you're kind of keeping alert, but not like exceptionally so because you're trying to move because this heat is kind of oppressive.
Why did I give me advantage? Sorry.
Did one of my perceptions?
Okay.
Could any of my? Oh, okay. That shouldn't have had advantage.
That's.
But it mattered totally. Here's the 9.
It may or may not have actually mattered. Well.
Don't worry, Malice got this.
Malice does indeed got this, but the rest of you, not so much. Roll for initiative as some things are popping up from the sand dunes.
No! Dunes! Dunes?
That's a lot of meatballs. Well, actually,
Why? I don't even have advantage. It's glitching. That one didn't matter because I literally rolled 2 12s.
I almost rolled 5 2d02, which is not correct. I'm actually curious what that would have rolled. In fact, I'm gonna roll that just to see what it does. Okay, it counts the digits. Okay. What I actually wanted was 5d20. Okay. I'm gonna want to put in numbers, which most of them roll pretty high. That might not be good. Okie dokie. So, popping out from like seemingly all around you, in fact, literally all around you, are some green, like claw-headed monsters that poof out of the sand, and most of you are caught off guard, with the exception of Midir, who did make the DC 19 notice check. And there's some boys upon you. There is a music track that we're playing right here. Ow! That first note though. Okay. Korug is able to like notice them and like gets his surprise out of the way, you know, fast enough, so that's good. These guys proceed to move in on you. They look. I'm not really sure how they could look hungry because they don't have like a visible mouth. But they will nonetheless move in on you. Starting with these two guys, who gang up and they kind of starts to slam into 37k, and that was actually a 15 to hit that IGM rolled.
With disadvantage.
That's true. We'll simply roll it again then. It's an 11.
That's a miss.
That's because of the Cavalier saddle.
Correct.
Cool. Alright, this buddy comes up and kind of tries to do most of the same. They see there's a guy, I don't know how they see, they don't appear to have eyes. Possibly Tremor Sense. He also tries to slam into 37k with a 15.
That'll hit.
Okie dokie. I don't know exactly what the saddle does as far as like knocking things prone. So.
I can't be dismounted. I don't know about prone though.
Let's see.
Against my will. I suppose if he's getting knocked prone, I could then allow it to dismount me.
I mean, I guess the alternative would be like he's on the deck and you're like still sitting on him.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't opt for that. Anyway, strength save.
Strength save. Thankfully not a super difficult one. Ah, just makes it. Cool.
So we won't have to worry about it.
Alright. Midir is not surprised.
The deer, however, is.
You're not wrong.
Let's get some advantage swings going up in here.
Reverse healing.
It's true. It's a gift card with the one other card in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Wait a minute. How come I didn't get to do anything? I'm confused.
You were not confused, you were surprised.
Oh, because my perception was a 13.
It's true.
Gotcha.
Should I leg and let's bash him with my stick, which I need to actually change a little bit because I'm a lazy motherfucker.
Don't do that. The good thing about failing your to be surprised but then rolling really high is it's basically the same as if you weren't surprised and you rolled crap on your
just
initiative.
roll low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll change the normal one even though I don't use it
Hitting this boy right here, I guess.
much.
That'll definitely hit. You can roll d20, see if you crit.
No.
Now with that +1 damage bonus. Okay, wax the guy inside.
That's the opposite.
Never mind.
Luckily,
Never mind. Okay. 37k is, the deer is in fact surprised, so he's not able to move, unfortunately for him.
Correct.
This one is going to... They kind of like move by spinning in the sand. So he kind of like spins down here. And proceeds
Coco
to...
Legend of Zelda enemies.
Totally
But-
not copyrighted.
EO music, which reminds me, is this a remix of this theme?
I believe so, unless they've come out with Etrian Odyssey Untold X2. This guy will slam into him with, normally, I guess. 18 to hit.
That will knock him prone.
Oh my, well.
Do you want like a thing, like an acrobatics or something, to see if like Tinker can like land as 37k gets?
Yeah, I mean, you can land fine, I think.
Oh,
Especially with your saddle, you can. You can land on your feet,
okay, sounds good.
either within his space for this turn or within a space adjacent to him.
I'll probably land like a space up. Makes sense.
Okay. So now that having knocked him down, they have like these kind of like 4 teeth on the top of their head, which they proceed to use to snarf on 37k. This
He's
time,
metal, dummy.
it's
It's
true.
not gonna...
See, there's. I guess even if you're not mounted, as long as the saddle is on 37k, attack rolls against him have disadvantage.
Correct.
So he just basically always has blink on. Well, it's a good thing they're flanking. As he proceeds to come in with a snarf.
That'll
Adding to this.
just hit.
Oh, it does. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, that's also this guy. This guy, he sees someone who's knocked down, he wants to feed, but he actually wants to go over here first. He can try to slam into Tinker. He's gonna fail terribly. Sees, however, there's a snarf guy he can bite on, so he's gonna do that instead.
That'll kill.
Oh my word. Too much damage on these guys. Send help. Adam.
Surprised, right?
Yeah, you are surprised. This guy is going to come up to Korug, actually. He's going to try to slam into him. He's going to crit fail, though. A D100 on there.
Good.
Oh, baby!
Oh, God!
He's just in shame, and he, like, buries himself partially in the sand. He is effectively prone. His buddy comes up.
Can I,
You can definitely riposte him if you
use
want.
yeah, I was gonna riposte him.
Do so with advantage.
And then...
Rolled with it. Oh yeah. Leaves him right good. He's still up. Which definitely
18 damage.
took a slice out of him. This guy's gonna come up and also try to slam at Korug. Not do so very well.
Cheese and rice.
Tinker is still surprised, but at least he is, has landed on his feet. These boys are gonna come up. Gonna get up in the cleric's face, try to slam the cleric. Gonna get a 20. Or like max damage, my word. Literally max damage.
Ow!
He just had like not a running start, but a whirling start, and just slams into you, and possibly knocks you prone.
Yep. Give me a moment. Strength save. Go. Strength save. Fail.
Lord.
I'm.
Well, he was going to take a snarf out of you then. Yeah, he did. And his buddy, I believe, comes up and does the same. Actually, he's just gonna ride him with a bite. That hits you like exactly, I think.
That hits me exactly.
He gets a little snarf of lizard folk flesh, and he kind of likes it. He's, it's like an exotic delicacy to him. This guy's gonna rush up and go after Adam. Slam into Adam with a 12.
Oh, damn.
All right. This guy's gonna proceed to like completely surround Korug, making us wish we had, Great Cleave or Whirlwind attack. And he's gonna get a 22 for 14 damage, and Korug's
Well, -3.
minus 3. That's right. That heavy armor mastery kicking up. And if you don't make a DC 13 strength save, what kind of fighter are you? In fact, I don't even know if it's possible for you to fail that.
I have +8. Cheese.
There you go. That's how you do it. And it's now your turn, and you were not surprised anymore.
Yay. Alright, so I'm gonna do my first attack against the guy that's burrowed. How does he look?
He looks roughly halfway dead, I'd say.
And then I'll attack him again.
And that'll finish him off.
Okay. And then I'm gonna turn and attack yellow number 2. Oh, whoops, I don't have advantage. Sorry. So that makes no difference.
It's true. And
And
you can.
then I'm going to action surge.
Baby.
Let me update it to the yellow guy, and hit him with a sword twice.
Think you kill him with those 2 attacks.
Yay! And then I'm done.
That takes out 2 in 1 turn. Good job. Alright, red number 1. Cleric is still here prone on the dirt and is apparently surrounded. He's gonna get bit at a little bit. Snarf, snarf, snarf.
Ow!
Actually, hey,
Mhm.
fuck, I can't really. I was gonna. It depends if you let me do it or not, but use the evasive footwork and then run over towards Malice.
I mean, you could if you want to.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
That's why I hate that skill.
Oh, jeez. Alright, so that would make me an 18.
Okay, they will try to slam at you. Purple 1 misses because of your 1. Nice. And purple number 2 hits you, unfortunately.
Okay.
Make that strength save.
You better. Okay, good.
And then, wait, that wasn't even the right click anyways, but it doesn't matter.
Should have been 27. Or whatever.
Yeah, so what's that? 18, 15 damage?
Yep, 15.
Alright.
Okay, there to help out his buddy cleric. So red 1 went. I don't think red 2 went, right? No, just red 1. Okay. Red number 2 also takes a bite out of the cleric who's on the deck. Misses though.
That's a miss.
Finally. It is your turn. You're on the deck and probably a little upset that these guys are trying to feed on you.
Oh, he is very upset and very hurt. Hold on.
What do these things look like? Like, what are they
Stand
made
up.
out of?
It's like some sort of a soft-ish membrane, like kind of like something you might expect from a seed-ish creature.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to reread my... You know how many times I've used this? I think I would know it inside and out. I don't. Yep. I don't care. I'm going to raise up the staff yelling, February love.
I think I'm just giving up on the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure scenes now. We're going to see a lot of Constitution saves.
Is that once per long rest?
It is.
It is, but I'm already hurting. Your elk is dead,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know how damaged Korug is because I can't
I'm
see
at
his health
66.
bar.
It's actually down quite a bit.
How,
Yeah.
Yeah.
how much is Adam hurt for? Has Adam been touched?
Nope.
Freaking cats.
I don't care. I'm still doing this because I need it. Korug needs it. The elk needs it, and I need lots of damage this turn. So
It's, I believe, literally all of them. Or, not this guy, surprisingly. Purple 2, I think, is out of range.
purple 2 is out of range, but that is fine. That's still lots of incoming damage.
Okay, let's see it.
Just needed to remember it was 48 or 6. Boop. That's a good roll.
That's not bad. Alright, let's see. Con saves, right?
Yep.
And of course you raise that 1 to a 5 on for your heal, so...
So we get plus 23?
Plus 27.
Yep.
Plus 27.
Oh yeah.
27 on the healing, not the damage. Alright. Red 1. What's the DC? It's more than 11, I know that.
Should be 14, right?
I think so. That was a con check, but whatever. Okay. Red 2 makes...
It might be 15, actually.
possibly. It's whatever twice your proficiency bonus is. Green 1 fails.
Oh, yeah, okay, it's 14.
See, it's half on success, right? If I remember my own,
Yeah.
my own stuff. Okay, so that's then 11. No, yes, 11 on a succeed. Green number 2 fails. Takes 23. Blue 2 fails. 23. Blue 1 fails. These guys have +2, not plus life, +3. And purple number 1 succeeds, takes 11.
And I can still cast a bonus spell,
It's true.
which we will do on myself because I'm actually the one who needs the healing the most after that kind of beating. So we will cast Healing Wood.
Just blowing through the spell slots right here, just no regard. Needs the healing right now. So you get 2 more.
Yeah, I get 2 more for 11.
Alright, well these guys are positively shook. They don't know, like, they don't really like talk or make noises except for just, like, squishy noises. They're very befuddled. This wave of necrotic energy to just like sap their strength. Brings it to being 37K's turn, who was kind of surrounded.
He's gonna stand up, and then he's going to ram the red guy that's kind of surrounded, like by Mills.
He's like almost tetraflanked.
And
oh baby!
oh baby!
Mmm. That will. I know he's freaking dead. I think he was gonna get one, but no, he's dead. 37K doesn't get to crit often enough. All right. I guess he's gonna stay put because he's a kind of a deer in the sunlight right now.
Yeah.
In fact, takes away the flank opportunity for this blue guy actually, whose attention was probably focused on Adam anyway. So he's gonna try to slam into the cat with a 23 to hit.
Aw, dang, that hits.
See if Adam stands up straight on his kitty feet.
One second, for some reason.
For some reason,
My pop-out sheet is blank.
I think I was making monster sheets yesterday, and like all of them didn't have stealth on the skills list, and I was like, of all the skills to have.
Yeah, I think like one of the skills like was off with a couple sheets I made too.
Yeah, like it's always some random skill. Like sometimes it's animal handling and I don't care, but sometimes it's like perception or stealth. All right, you good?
Okay. Yeah.
And blue number 2 is gonna go after Tinker. But he's gonna whiff.
Miss.
Adam.
Adam's gonna attack purple number 1
Okay.
with Sarah blue and activate its
a good idea. So
and activate its special effect on both the guys next to it.
sounds like a good use of 4 HP.
If they hit, only if they hit.
It's true.
Of course.
Well, they all have the same AC. So.
Yeah.
That definitely connects. And 11 to that guy. And...
Oh, and yeah.
Oh, word.
Nice.
So it'd be 11 to all 3 of them.
All right.
Where I take 4 HP.
As you
Also
strike purple 1, the dragon spirit comes out and chomps on the other 2. And your crit miss doesn't have any terribly ill effect. So that's what, 4 HP for doing it on 2?
Yep.
Cool. Alright, some good AoE. Let's see, both the gold ones are dead. Tinker!
Tinker is gonna roll around to the side.
Combat roll.
Get into a better opportunity. And go ahead and unleash a shot into this blue number 2.
Boom! Get him! Blows him right the heck up.
Shotgun mode.
Probably like these green guts kind of go everywhere. You might have to clean out 37K later. Maybe. I mean, if you're gonna ride them. Or you could sit in yuck.
Hey, maybe their like skin juice is good for like sunblock.
I mean, maybe. Alright. Green number 1 is just going to try to slam at the cleric. He's gonna crit miss though. Not do it too badly though. And green number 2 is gonna do kind of much of the same. He will still miss.
Misses.
Okay, cool. 5 is purple guys. This purple guy is going to. He's gonna slam at Adam. He's gonna miss. Purple number 2 is gonna spin around and flank Adam and try to knock him prone. He does at least connect. And unfortunately, Adam missed the deck, which means he's going to take a snarf out of you as well. Except if he misses, I believe, right? Just barely. Nice. Alright, Korug, help us out.
Is the red X above me dead?
He very much is dead. He got gored by 37K.
Alright. Alright, guy, green. 2.
Might cleave him in one shot, we'll see. And
Doesn't
indeed,
even
it does.
need to flank.
Nope.
Alright, now I'll flank.
That's right.
And,
That'll hit and do some considerable damage.
not dead yet though, no?
Not quite.
Alright.
Oh, baby. I think he's dead now. He's very much dead now.
Nice
I'd like to just slam my sword into him like a stake into the ground and then just swirl him around like fucking Jello.
That's very much what it looks like. It's like a hot knife through Jello, like green, blobby Jello. And again, probably more going on 37K.
Like a fucking blender.
You're like repainting 37K to be green right now.
Yeah.
All right, nicely done. Red number 1 is going to continue to try to make a meal out of Malice. I'm gonna slam into him. He's gonna fail at his life though, and give Malice a chance to riposte.
Hmm.
Wait, what?
No, you're thinking of me.
I don't mean the actual maneuver riposte. I mean respond.
Oh. I know I still need healing. I can't see Adam's health bar to save my life.
He's doing all right.
Oh, you're doing alright. Never mind. Screw the healing. We're good this round. So, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Oh yeah, I do need to subtract SP for using healing wood at level 3.
Can't be cheating over here.
No, that's not how much I have left.
Word.
That's one
Alright,
expensive healing wood.
Level 9 healing word. I think that'd be a good spell scroll to find, just like 9th level healing word.
You know what? I'm just going to bash one of the jellies in. In fact, I'm going to bash the red one because it's the one that pissed me off.
It's true.
Knocked me on my fucking feet.
And this is like some hot sand too, so like, I mean, you're reptilian, so you probably it's okay, but it does not quite kill him, but he's definitely looking very wounded. Need that divine whatever it is.
So if I were to shield bash, would I get my proficiency bonus?
You would.
Okay.
I don't know if you kill him, but you can try.
Bash out.
What is my proficiency bonus? 3?
I think it should be still 3. I think next level it goes to 4 at level 9.
Okay.
Which means that all the month weapon stuffs go up by 2 on their DC. That definitely connects for D4 plus whatever your strength is. 2. Alright. Still not dead, but very much looks like a light breeze might knock him out. Or an antler from 37K, whatever, you know, yeah, available.
Yeah, this guy over here tried to bite, actually probably did bite him before.
Mm-hmm.
So moving closer to Tinker and also attacking, actually you could probably move here.
Good.
Due to reach. And
It's true.
Actually no, he would leave
provoke,
the
yeah.
range, so yeah, we don't want to provoke anything, we want to kill it.
You probably should because he has like 2 hit points left. Unfortunately, miss.
That's unfortunate.
That's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
That brings it to being actually his turn, to which he will try to slam into the elk. And of course hit the elk, and possibly not.
Disadvantage.
You're right. Still hits him for 8.
Crap. No, not advantage.
You
I
got it,
think
though.
none of those matter.
Cool.
No, we're good. We're good.
Stays on his feet, only takes 11 damage, or 8 damage. Sorry. Blue number 2 is dead, so it's Adam's turn.
Same thing as before. Cut. Actually, would have advantage because 37K is right there.
It's true.
Wouldn't matter. But yeah, 18 to both, and then
That will actually, with the second slash, knock out the purple one as well.
yeah.
Yeah. Look at this AoE fighter over here. Alright, those guys are gone. Tinker. There are 2 left, and the next to Malice.
Tinker is gonna help Malice.
Take put them into the GM layer.
And go again into shotgun mode.
That will blow that guy up.
That'll be it for me.
Alright, there's literally one left. And it will make some noises and disappear into the sand and disengage.
Sounds good.
You imagine things probably aren't very intelligent, so you know they're probably not going to be, you know, running off to warn people or anything like that. So that was an interesting first run with the natives here. They weren't very friendly.
No, not at all. No hospitality at all. Like they all had sand in their vaginas.
Possibly.
And is there sand in 37
All four of them.
Word. So everyone's kind of somewhat beat up. You know, the sun shows no signs of relenting.
Well, first things first, since we have an elk that's not feeling so hot,
I think he's feeling very hot.
Very hot.
Like, thankfully the saddle of the Cavalier is like magical, and I imagine it's kind of like ventilated, so it's not like sitting on, you know, hot leather in summer. Very uncomfortable.
How much HP is it, Michi?
Approximately 40.
That's
Well,
pretty much
here, have 10 good berries and full heal it with 2 SP.
Yeah.
It's not busted.
That's why I wanted to do this. No. That's a good thing. God damn it, Mally.
Okay. So you guys continue on. So it took you about 20 minutes to get from where you launched, or where you landed, to where these creatures that popped out of the ground were. From here, you know, it's sun's still beaming down. What sort of pace do you travel from here on out? Changing your pace any?
Want to move faster this time?
And you would be out in the sun for a less amount of time.
Yeah, I want to move faster. 37k can definitely move faster. So can Adam.
It's very true. How about the rest of you?
Oh.
Everyone wants to go fast?
Yeah, I'm down.
I'll go fast.
Faster.
Okay, so let's see. Actually, it took about 15 minutes to get there. Or, no, 20, okay. So... Alright, the sun continues to beam down on you. You know, you're going about as fast as you can without, you know, just straight out sprinting and getting tired. So... sun continues to ache at your skin. And... I forgot what the roll was again. This is literally right here. I think it was that much. I'm pretty sure it was this much. Anyway, thankfully it's double one, so you guys are able to kind of stave off the 2 radiant damage that you take this time. You're kind of trying to get used to it. It still definitely stings.
Very well.
All right. I
Do
presume
we see any like shelter in sight? Any buildings?
you do not. Like, you would kind of expect like someone's got like a beach umbrella or something going out here, but it seems to be like pretty deserted actually. So after about 20 more minutes, you know, you don't really encounter anything else. You keep going at a fast pace, I guess.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So, where is my note on the damage? Oh, there it is. There. Okay. It's now total. Okay. Sunshine continues to pour down. Thankfully, you're minimizing the amount of time you're out in it, but it just continues to sear you. This time for 5 radiant damage. And a total of about 55 minutes, almost an hour have passed since you started here. It's, you know, you guys got rations and whatnot, so you're probably taking some swigs of water. And that's kind of helping you to keep somewhat, you know, hydrated. And after about this hour passes, you finally see signs of something, which I guess we can treat as right here because it's slightly discolored. It appears to be a beach umbrella.
Is it a mirage? Can I check for a mirage?
You can give me whatever check you think is appropriate for it.
Let's go.
There is definitely a lot of water off to your right, so.
A perception with non-advantage, but it was awful. It's definitely an umbrella. I run to the umbrella.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And as you get closer to the umbrella, you see there is actually a man there.
Hello, man.
Sitting under the umbrella, looking out to sea. Like, oh, how strange. What are you doing? Get out of the sun. Come under the umbrella, quickly.
Can we all fit under it?
Yeah, it's an umbrella of holding.
Everyone, all the humanoids can definitely fit under it. 37K can like kind of get his head kind of under it, you know, kind of awkwardly.
He lays down.
Awkwardly,
He like kneels and like crawls under. Yeah, he definitely he drops on his knees and he crawls. He does a puppy crawl.
Mm. You look like you're not from around here. What brings you out here? Especially a dangerous place as this is right now.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I assume if people live here, there's not usually deadly sun rays.
You like ask him about that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're right about that. Up until about a year ago, this was a fantastic place to live. We just enjoyed every day. Well, it's kind of always. I think you call it summer in some parts of the world, some far reaches of the universe. Sun never really seems to go down here. It's kind of bright, you know, all day long. And it used to be great, you know, we could go out and play in the ocean, on the beach. I live in the towns, so a bit further from here. But, about a year ago, she came, and I don't know what, but it was shortly after she took over the pyramid. The sunshine became so terribly harsh. I'm no, you know, learned person, but something about the atmosphere I've heard talked about. Sunlight is
greenhouse gases,
filters through unimpeded. It's caused a lot of people to get sick, and a couple of us to even die from it. He sees that there's a splash out in the ocean. It quickly draws his attention as he kind of tries to focus on it for a few seconds before returning his attention back to you. You may be wondering why I'm out here.
Sure.
Sure, for the sake of talking to people. Well, a few days ago, my daughter was kidnapped by creatures and taken out to sea. I think they've left somewhere around here, and I know it's dangerous, but hopefully this umbrella's been doing alright for right now.
Where's everybody else?
You're kind of all like huddled under the umbrella. Or are you asking him?
No, I mean, yeah.
No, like, oh, us, or
no, like everyone else.
Well, there is a village on down the way. You know, if you just follow along the beach, you can't miss it, of course.
You mentioned a pyramid. Where is this at?
Well, the easiest way to get to it would be through the city, or through the town, I imagine. It's you know the deal. Some of those forbidden places. It was no one ever really went there. Kind of bad mojo to disturb holy grounds, that sort of thing, you know.
Is there a way to get underwater?
Well, you could certainly get underwater, but I don't really know how comfortable it would be. The oceans are not boiling hot, but pretty warm. Pretty warm.
The water could be pretty unsafe too. With the hold on, let me make sure I know about stuff before I go spitting it out. I'm pretty sure there's a button I can click here. Sure. I'm smart enough. Yeah, so the radiation from the sun could probably be doing some damage to the water, so swimming might not be a great idea.
There are still some crazy people who do, not for very long, of course. If anything, the fishermen in town have said it's, well, the extra warm seas, it's, you know, being a coastal city, of course, we kind of make our living on the fishing trade, and the warm temperatures have driven the fish deeper and deeper out to sea, which of course means we have to be out in the sun for longer, and on top of that, there's been monsters that have been surfacing more often, like those that took my daughter. He kind of gazes out to sea longingly.
Oh no, your daughter? When did this happen?
It was 2 days ago. There was a raid, not entirely on the town. We were able to, most of us are boarded up in our houses, of course, but my daughter happened to be out playing in the sun for a few minutes, and they took her.
Do you know where they took her?
Well, they went along the beach for a little while. This is where their footprints ended. Best I can tell, they are just directly out to sea, several hundred feet. I don't know, but I hear the, I forget what they're called. Something. Sahab. They've got some kind of an outpost out there.
In the water?
They are amphibious creatures, yes. Usually live underwater.
That's interesting.
I'm really not sure why they would take someone who could breathe only air underwater, but I don't know, maybe they've got some sort of an air pocket or something down there. That's what I'm hoping anyway.
Maybe they have some self-contained underwater
breathing
apparatus of some sort.
He looked at you very confused.
Those are really big words for Korug.
I was about to say. I better crit.
No, that's really close.
Not too bad.
Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Just out of curiosity, I don't know if you ever answered, and forgive me for asking, but what brings you here?
We're here to bring justice to the universe and deliver... I don't know.
We're here to murder guys with missing daughters.
Yeah. Wait, no, wait. No, that is not at all why we're here.
Wasn't it like the planetary something 15?
Over the table,
Yeah,
the Planetary Emancipation Nomads, tilde
Yeah.
Infinity Squadron.
Yeah.
Also known as PIN IS.
That's right. So we tell him that.
He's gonna make a history check, actually. Like, not a very good one. Actually, apparently he's made a very good one.
Nice.
So, good on him.
So you've heard of the PNIS before?
Well, come to think of it, someone stopped by. You know, sometimes we get travelers. Of course, of late they've been stopping by. It's like, oh, this is that vacation planet, right? And you know, we've kind of had to turn them away as they step out of their ship and, oh, nope, don't want to be here. You understand. But I do recall some of them who at least stayed for a bite to eat and said something about these people who were going around liberating planets.
That would be us.
Oh. Well, I can't say I know of any details of your exploits, but nor do I really know the situations of the other planets that have, you know, fallen under attack. But I presume the other planets in this galaxy have kind of been having problems much like ours. I hate to ask outright, but do you think there's any way you could possibly check out there? It's okay if you can't do it, I understand.
How are we supposed to get out there?
Swim, of course.
Yeah, and then? In the water that's...
Swim down.
Yeah, swim down. And then? How long do we swim down before we suffocate?
That, I guess, depends on you.
Tinker looks at giant middle elk and cat, and, well, you see, our group isn't exactly the most suited for aquatic terrain.
Yeah.
It would be a big help if we could find a vessel of sorts to possibly borrow.
Well, there might still be some seaworthy ships back in town. Malice over the table does have a swimming speed, so but he knows that. I'm sure he does.
37k is a sinking speed.
You're not wrong. Well, at any rate, they're putting the pieces together here. You're going to be interested in that pyramid, I guess, right? I'm pretty sure that's where the lady who did this is holed up anyway. I have no idea what she's there for doing, but...
Well, let's find out.
So yes, we might go to the pyramid, or nah, we're gonna ignore it. Yes, no, yes, no.
Yes.
Suddenly other music starts to play. See, well, I do have something that might be of help to you. I don't know if you'll really need it, but if you can somehow find a way to save my daughter, I'd be happy to compensate you any way I could. But you're right, perhaps getting to town would be best. You could get better apprised of our situation here, and perhaps there's still some seaworthy boats, if they haven't been rotted by the intense sunlight, that is.
Well, we should not waste any time that we do not need to. I suggest we head out.
Agreed.
Okie dokie.
Great.
Can I take his umbrella?
He would probably die. Because he does not have very many hit
hit
points.
You didn't answer my question.
Could you? Yes.
I'm just kidding.
We could totally mount an umbrella to 37k.
It's distinctly possible.
Just imagining him like with that little umbrella like on his head, like those hats.
So are we gonna be heading off towards the town?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is your travel pace?
Very fast.
Very fast.
Supersonic speed.
Sonic speed.
KO Ken.
Okay.
In fact, while we're traveling,
mhm.
I'm going to take a blanket from my camping gear and drape it over 37k, but such that his antlers are like kind of holding it up like a hood,
Mhm.
and he can still see. To
Interesting.
try to shield him from the sunlight.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put the Kelvic sword down his pants.
This what?
I'm just gonna put the Kelvic sword down his pants.
Okay. Does that mean you're wielding it?
In a sense.
Okay. So as you hold on to the Kelvic sword, you do feel like the heat is not oppressing you as much. So it's, however, the sun rays are definitely still hurting you, but you don't like feel the pain. It's like, you know, people who like can't feel pain, but they very much still get like sunburns.
Who is this for?
I guess it's Adam since he's got the Kelvic sword.
Oh.
Yeah.
So at least you don't feel bad.
Is this layer of protection helping 37k at all?
Potentially slightly.
I was gonna say I put the iron pot on my head, but that just might
Oh
get
my
me
word.
worse.
You guys can like get back into like a marching order type stuff, whoever would be in front.
Fly like to win 37k.
Indeed. Okay. Everyone just keeps moving back. I got the pontoons. Man, if only we had some pontoon adapters for 37k. Okay, but they're actually getting into some kind of position. Is that good?
All right. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Adam might be somewhat closer to the group, but you know.
So, indeed. So shortly after you leave the man, these sun rays are kicking some buns. Sear you for 11. 37k can knock off like 2 of that from you. He's got a little bit of sunshade. It's kind of helping.
Do I knock off any damage or do I
Not so much damage, but you don't feel bad. You know, it's like
I feel
you very clearly like I'm totally sunburning, but I don't feel it doesn't hurt.
I feel the pain, but now it's in the Kelvin scale instead of Fahrenheit.
Mouse, don't you have like a super cold robe to wear? Why don't you just throw that thing on?
I feel like that would do the opposite of what you want.
What, the robe?
Mm-hmm. Also, Adam gains inspiration for Kelvin puns.
Okay.
Why would the robe do the opposite?
Because it resists cold, which would mean it would be warm.
Oh, I thought it was a cold. Okay, never mind.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Roughly, you kind of feel like you're starting to get the edge of this plateau that's on your left. It's starting to get into sight, like it's going to come to some sort of peninsula. About let's see, it's going to be another about 15 further minutes later, though. The sun rays are again like really getting to you. Thankfully, though, they roll really low, and that's 10 radiant damages to everyone. And 37k again can take just to 8. You guys like doing anything as you're hustling to try to either heal or block?
Panting.
I can't tell if we're taking more damage because we're moving faster or if they're in the sun longer.
I think it's being in the sun longer.
You are correct. One of you.
Go!
Wait, I could put the cardboard box on top of my head, but I wouldn't be able to see where I'm going.
Okay. This is sort of a question for the cleric. Does the cleric like do anything to alleviate the party's pain? Because the party's clearly suffering here a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think about 2 batches of good berries might get everyone back to full from this point. Yeah, I basically just make 2 batches of good berries and distribute them out evenly. Here, have some healing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So how many is
pretty
that?
sure 80 total points will probably close. So you got 80 total points.
So I need 32.
You guys are big HPs.
Okay, I might need to make a 3rd batch, but that's okay.
It's okay. I only have like 20 something SP.
I only have 39. I just used 6, so 33 left.
It's almost like it's extremely HP efficient or something.
Why do you think I took 1 level of Druid? This is dumb.
Could have taken 2
This is
levels.
good.
Never mind. Okay. So people can snack on berries as you like.
Okay, how much do you have?
About roughly 120 HP. Bustin took
32.
32.
I'll take 10.
So about 3 berries for you. Let's see. About 10 berries for me.
10 berries for you? That's like 400 HP.
40.
That's what I meant. I don't know why
Pretty
I
much
was
the same
thinking
thing.
40 per. I thought it was 40 total damage. As a part. No. Ah.
So yeah, let's see. I have about 9 berries left.
I forgot to move my microphone. Oh well. Is the elk still banged up? The answer is yes, probably.
Yeah.
Well, with that, as I give 9 berries to Blood to divide however he wants between himself and his elk.
What is it, 10 per berry?
4 per berry.
4 per berry.
I don't know what's up with my brain right now. It's just not working right.
It makes 10 berries that do 4 each, not 4 berries that do 10 each.
There we go.
There's a 4 and there's a
You
10.
basically have 36 HP to
Alright,
play with.
I'm gonna give 6 to Elk to get him to full. 3 to myself.
For 12.
Yay, multiplication.
Yeah, multiplication.
High intelligence characters sometimes.
Yay, free healing. Almost free healing.
Very close to free. Alright, let's get to this town before we die.
Alright. Before you do get to the town, though, you guys are definitely hustling. Give me them perception checks with disadvantage.
Double crit incoming.
Double crit, please help.
That's not bad with double with disadvantage.
Oh my word, I think everyone failed.
Whoa.
Matter of fact, I know everyone
I
did.
mean, we're about to do a combat because I'm about to go to bed.
That's true.
Whoa.
I'll let you guys decide if you want to do it
Saving the
tonight,
day.
or we can wait till
I'm
next
okay if someone with you guys playing my character. I mean, but
time. We will stop after this combat, for sure.
I mean, it's like 9:30. That's when I normally go to bed, or at least get ready to go to bed.
It's 9:23. We got 7 minutes. Let's blow this thing out.
Let's do it.
All right.
Alright. Roll that in.
17 on a elk perception. Help us.
Yes, actually. The elk is not surprised.
Sick.
Good job, 37k.
Oh no, not a bunch of those fucking a-holes.
It is kind of as such, except there's one who's really impeding your path, and he's a big old boy.
Oh, he's a big boy.
He's a big old boy.
It's a thick one.
There's in fact this that many of them.
No, I wouldn't have disadvantage.
Don't do that. You don't have that
No, that
exhaustion
doesn't
level
matter.
yet. Not yet, anyway.
When Tinker is surprised, he has terrible initiative rolls. Just how it is. I don't know why.
Thankfully, I'm pretty sure none of you have taken like 3/4 of your max HP from the sun rays, because that's a bad thing if you do.
Push did it.
What?
Nothing. If you look at the initiative
Oh.
rolls.
Look, that came out of nowhere, and now I get it. Oh, that's one of my favorite movies, by the way. Right. Rolls got made. This boy got a. Somebody crit it. Oh man. Alright, well, we'll do the EO music again because Mally likes it. Okay, so you are like hustling along, you know, not as fast as you could go, but as fast as you could reasonably go. You know, tired of this heat, trying to get out of it, and then some things rumble on the ground, most of you are like kind of really focused on getting to this town. 37k is a little bit more like, you know, he's watching the ground because he got knocked on the ground a few times. So 37k is not surprised when a couple of these gringos, they're like literally all gringos, so Malice should be killing all of them, pop up. First is this blue guy who tries to like blitz at Adam.
But he doesn't.
Probably it's a 23 to hit though for like max damage. Oh, not well, one max damage. As Adam tries to not get knocked on his kitty butt. Yeah, he does.
Go, Adam, go.
Go, Adam, go.
Yeah. And this is all gonna happen again because this is the surprise round.
Yeah, it is. This guy's gonna see like, oh.
This time I don't
easy
have
prey.
my Mega to save us.
It's true. Adam takes another slam and hits on
Yeah,
Welcome to the slam.
It would have hit if I had my half plate.
Oh
And
man.
it wouldn't have hit.
Too bad you didn't have 75,000 credits to spare.
I'm glad I bought this handy haversack for roughly the same price.
It will be useful sometimes, maybe. Alright, good thing you stay on your feet. Because, you know, that's how cats do. And then this guy is he's just gonna join the party. They seem to be ganging up on the cat. And apparently all rolling amazingly. Because I can't roll under a 13.
Jesus
I
Christ.
know, right? They just trying to get fed. Possibly knock the cat prone, but you know, he's having none of that. So, cats always stay on their feet. You know what I mean? All right, Korug surprised, Adam surprised, 37k is not surprised. $37k.
37k is gonna move up here, and he is gonna lamb this man
Do it.
with a single
the
digit
worst.
somehow. Jesus Christ, 2 3.
And this is why the disadvantage against him wasn't broken. Alright, next up is this big old boy.
Not only does he not have like amazing stats, he rolls terrible.
I know. So this big old boy, he's going.
Bye, Korug.
He will indeed come up to Korug and try to slam into him. And this guy is a little bit beefier and probably gonna do a little more damage if he connects with a slam. But he hits on the nose,
He does.
on the word. A little bit more difficult of a strength save, but I believe Korug can make it.
Of course.
He doesn't
not.
Well, rolled a 5. So Korug gets knocked flat, and this guy's got, you know how the other guys have like teeth on their top of their heads? This guy's got teeth that are like almost as big as Korug, so he's gonna try to go for a snarf.
His teeth are almost as big as Korug.
Maybe not, I mean, it's at least as big as Korug's arms. Oh my word.
How do you fail a strength?
Cause it's busting and I didn't roll for it.
Roll 20.
I know, right? Alright, so he snarfs Korug for, I guess that's only a total of 21 plus 29, so you save some points. So
That's a lot of damage.
Still 50
I'm gonna
damage.
take my Stone's Endurance.
that is a good idea. Yeah, nice one.
And then actually, never mind.
That is a reaction.
Can you not to be a dummy,
Mm-hmm.
but can you react if you're surprised?
No, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. You
Never
can't. Or
No,
no, he already had his turn, right?
He didn't get
Me? No.
Yeah, you did. You were initiative count 12. Yeah, so you already got your turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can
Cool.
still use it.
Alright.
Because once you get your turn, you're no longer
Was I
officially
surprised?
surprised. You like it's like a status that pops off.
What was the turn that I had?
You had initiative count
You
12.
were surprised.
Oh,
and we're on
okay.
8.
Actually, I'm not gonna use Stone's Endurance anyways.
Okay. This guy is going to. Well, he sees a guy on the deck and he wants to eat, so he's gonna try to eat, and he does for 10 damage
13.
after your reductions. Tinker surprise, Midir surprise, back to the top of the order. These guys they're still trying to knock Adam on his feet. They want this cat on the ground.
Jesus.
Dodge, Adam, dodge.
Dodge it, Adam. It's a 20 for min damage though.
Not a dodge at all. Dodge.
It's more strength saving throws, and I think he's probably about to have to make a couple more. it's possible. All right, stays.
Oh, keep it up, Adam.
Staying on his feet, like you're like getting like you're like bouncing around in a pinball game right now, like I was the other day, where I was sliding around in my hardwood floor and socked feet, like bouncing from wall to wall, trying to not fall down. Bouncing between these guys.
Great.
Yep. But this guy is.
Everyone that's had a hardwood floor has done
Yeah.
that.
I just need to survive 2 more times.
All right.
Sometimes
Gringo
you can
comes
spray
in.
like cleaner on the floor.
Gringo misses with a
Awesome.
single-digit advantage. Nice. And red guy does not flank, and he misses. All right, now Korug can kick some butt. He's on the ground though.
Use my heart pin to get back to. full
Nice. Very nice.
Oh, retroactively, before we came to the planet, I probably would have used that star tattoo.
Okay.
What does it take to get up?
Just half your movement.
Okay, well then I get up.
All right.
And then, let me change the thing. And then,
You already action surged, right?
action surge? Yes, I'd already action surge, yeah. I'm going to, I guess I'll attack the little guy that's next to
Well,
me.
that's why I asked if you did you already have your action surge, because heart pin's in action.
Okay. So do I have a bonus action still?
You do, although since you didn't take the attack action, you can't make offense.
You may as well action surge. I mean, we're
Well,
gonna
he
have to
already
rest
did.
him.
I've already action surge.
Oh,
Yeah, he
did.
killed like 2 or 3 of the guys in one turn. It was a good action surge.
Well, I guess I'll take a, I mean, can I even, take it? I can't even take a dodge action, huh? Alright,
I think
well,
healing like 50 HP is a pretty good action.
I was about to say, yeah, this is what it is. Alright.
All right.
It was more than 50, it was 63,
Oh, yeah.
'cause I got another, whatever.
That's true.
Anyways,
All right. Adam is kind of surrounded and trying to stay on his feet, and finally has a chance to do something about it.
So I will use Sayer Blue.
Do you even have 4 HP left?
It's a good
I do.
question. Barely.
I have 11 HP left.
Nice. Alright, crit them all.
I will attack red guy. So, and I will expend.
I'm feeling
Forward
when
to
not
hit
hitting
all
the
of
green guy instead. All right.
So I spend 4 to hit all of.
You would have advantage on the green guy.
Oh, it would, but I wouldn't be able to hit blue guy.
True. He's playing for that more damage game.
Attack again.
Yeah.
Expand another 4 for 8.
Just AoE splash.
Alright, he's going like full TN mode right now.
Yep. I like it. Some considerable damage dealt to all of them. 37.
And I will use my action
There you go.
surge.
Nice.
Almost.
And I will attack again.
Kill the green guy.
Would that still hit? Would
It
it
does
hit
hit the
guy?
green guy, yeah.
Oh, green guy?
So their AC is 14, yeah. So we could hit any of them.
Oh, if it's on the green guy, you have advantage.
I mean, I'm hitting red right now.
Okay.
Is he dead?
He's not dead.
I will attack one more time against red guy.
That one misses.
Ah, damn.
Okie dokie. Adam is like about to bite the dust, but it's 37K's turn.
We're gonna ram the green guy.
Hits him. Boop. Alright. That's all he does, right? Man, he needs more shield bash. Alright, big boy's turn. Sees that all of the grievous wounds he inflicted on this Goliath just seem to disappear with this like little heartbeat pulse that just emanated from this little pin. Is not really sure what that's about, but he is definitely going to slam at Korug. But he's going to miss. Get wrecked, dude. The guy...
He's gonna get riposted.
Yeah, he is.
Shit.
That will unfortunately miss.
Actually, can I, hold on. Can I use a precision, I don't know if I should do that.
I think you can only use
Yeah,
one
might
maneuver per attack.
I thought we determined that was not the case. Well, but anyways, never mind.
Pretty sure.
I'm not gonna use it anyways, but
Okay. The other guy who's on the other side of Korug tries to slam at him as well. He also misses. No, he already reacted, so.
yeah.
Tinker.
Tinker is going to
Attack him head. No.
Please kill him so they don't murder me.
Please don't let them murder me. Even though he did like 12 damage to yourself.
Yeah.
It was 8.
If
Worth the
I,
sacrifice.
dude, if I did use the 4 HP and I only had 3 HP left, what would happen?
I think you could only just use the 2. So you can only target one.
You have to be able to pay the costs.
That's right.
They're gonna shoot the green guy.
Okay, I believe you're going to blow him up.
Push did it!
That's 11-9. That doesn't count.
It counts in Europe.
You're not wrong. All right. Where's the boy up? Midir.
Midir seeing Adam's in lots of trouble.
You can reach out and touch him.
No, not go into the dead monster.
I mean, you could. You're a lizard folk, so you might be able to, like, I don't know, harvest some sort of a something. Maybe not, but.
Okay. Why can't I select the 4th level spell?
I don't know, what are you casting though?
Cure wounds.
Just roll it then.
I suppose I
I think it is actually faster if you just roll it in this case. What is it? 48 plus wisdom plus.
plus all the
spell,
shenanigans.
plus
yes.
2 plus spell level 4. And then whatever you get from the broken staff. Which is totally not broken at all, by the way.
Let's see, plus 2, plus 4, plus 4.
So 36.
Yep.
Cool. Because you don't actually have 3rd or 4th level spells, right? Just slots.
Well, I should actually have 4th spells as a cleric.
I forget. But I don't know if any of
I
them are
get
good.
that at 7th level.
That's true.
Well, I get them at 7th level, so yeah, I should have 4th level spells.
Right.
Not that, as you just said, any of them are any
Yeah,
good.
that's true. Alright, so Adam suddenly feels like considerably better. He's back up to like 37 HP.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
He's
Welcome
feeling 37 okay.
Just in time for this guy to slam into him again.
And I
And hit.
gain,
It's true, you gain some
let's see,
bonus too.
it's 2 plus spell level, so I get 6.
And before the next guy crits me, and I still go down anyway.
Hey look, I'm also back to max life
Nice.
because of that. Thank you.
And you go to.
You're welcome.
Yeah, does it work if you click your token and then click the pink word strength?
I don't know.
Let's find out. Because it's cool.
It does.
Sweet. That's a shortcut.
What was that?
Yeah, you just click your
Yeah, it
token
was-
and then you click the pink word strength after DC 13.
Oh, that's cool.
Nifty.
Oh, wait.
Repeating action. H attack.
Why does he have disadvantage?
I don't know, why is everyone making strength saving throws except for the one who actually got hit?
Oh my bad. I thought-
That's why I asked you to do it. Okay, you're
There
good.
you
Let's see, this guy is actually blipped. This guy is going to turn his attention to the new guy who popped out, which is the cleric. He's going to slam him, but he's going to miss. Corey's going to flay some boys, I think.
Well, hopefully.
He's down here like 1v... well, kind of 1v2ing right now, actually. While the rest of you were up there struggling with 3 regular guys.
Hit the guy to the... Or try to hit the guy to the left of me.
Alright, get the little guys down.
Bazinga.
Got him.
Yeah.
Slices him up.
Bazinga.
Hits him
Wait.
again. Up.
Wait. Oh, it
Okay,
does
that's
it?
good.
One more. Then, yeah, one more. And then
Kill him,
Bazinga.
maybe? Kill him, nice.
Alright. Alright. I'm good.
Alright, nicely done. Adam.
Time to stab once again.
Come on, stab, and welcome to the
Stab.
jab.
No.
Sorry.
So I'm gonna stab red.
Oh, baby.
Oh man, y'all just happened to make that activate its ability as well.
Of
To lose 2
course.
HP.
I mean, I kind of expected you would anyway. Although that's only, what, 14?
Yeah. Are either of them dead?
In fact, neither of them are dead. The red one's at 1 HP.
Oh, they'll do that again.
Okay.
Jesus!
What is this nonsense? That will in fact make both of them dead. So Adam feels this healing pulse come in from a slap on. Where do you touch Adam, Midir, to heal him?
Probably on the shoulder,
Alright.
if anything.
Feels his shoulder getting like nice and strong, like flexes on these guys, and just like brings the Seiryu sword and like big horizontal slash like back and forth on the red guy as like 2 dragon heads go and just like swirl around and then chomp and destroy the blue guy.
Shoulders, does Adam's butt go high into the air?
You mean his
was gonna
tail? Oh, okay, that too. Alright, so it takes out both those guys. And the other one left is the big guy, who still unfortunately looks pretty hangry.
Yeah, 37k is going to get a nice running start.
Mhm.
We'll come up behind him. Staying approximately 10 feet away.
Mhm. Approximately.
Oh!
Oh, baby. That's a considerable amount of damage if they don't resist. Oh my word. That's in fact 31 damage, and he's going to give you a strength save. I don't know if that works. He didn't have advantage, but he got made it
Does
anyway.
with advantage.
Cool. Was that the right plus?
Oh, it was a crit anyway.
It was. That is the correct plus. Okay. It's his turn. He did not like that at all. Very upset. Is in fact going to leave Korug's range, which might be a bad idea.
Tripping attack.
That's a really good idea, actually.
It kind of is.
Can you trip something with no legs? I don't know, figure it out, I guess. But yeah.
Gotta hit him first.
I'm trying to think if, I don't think it does. Let me check real quick.
I will say they are not immune to
Okay, it
prone.
doesn't. No, I was just looking at something else.
Definitely
hit?
connects, yep.
Oh, yay.
Let's make you a strength saving throw. Which he will do. But he will take an
Jeez.
additional 5 damage. And he will... He will, he sees like 2 things here, and he's actually going to try to knock at this guy with a big gun. But he'll miss, I think. Maybe?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Am I, like, not able to be knocked prone since I can't be dismounted?
I think so. I mean, while you're mounted, your movement speed's kind of 0 anyway, right?
Uh-huh.
So, I believe that would be what it would be. It is your turn.
Okay. We're gonna take aim.
Oh my word!
Oh, crap!
On a scale of 1 to
So
10,
many dice.
how? That's a lot of mins, though. I'm assuming the explode was like somewhere off to the side here, so it doesn't hit anybody else.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 12 damage from the shot. You shoot again, right? He'll give you a dex save, which he's not very good at.
Oh, baby!
My word. That's it's an additional 21. He may or may not be dead from this. Let's see what he gets on a dex save. He doesn't do very well. He takes about 19 more damage, and he looks like crap. I mean, he already kind of looked like crap because he was like gelatinous and green, but now he really looks like, you know, not good for the wear. Midir, finish him up.
Oh, he looks like crap. How far away from the town are we?
Not too far. Maybe like less than 20 minutes away, I'd say.
Let's dump the rest of my SP because we're going to want a long rest.
Probably.
I'm not casting it at this level. I just need to read the spell.
You wasted your good attack roll.
You did. He's gonna cast it at like 5th level or something stupid.
And then miss.
It's probably likely.
Because Guiding Bolt is bad, except for when it kills things.
I had like I had one good Guiding Bolt the entirety of Hot DQ. Oh. Well, you know how we said it's bad unless it kills things? Conveniently enough, he has 15 AC and 17 remaining hit points.
Perfect.
So tell me how this Guiding Bolt eviscerates this creature that is probably like kind of used to sunlight. Maybe.
Basically, pierces him and makes him explode in bunches of fiery goo.
Word. Even though it does no fire damage whatsoever. And his corpse has little twinkles on it that you probably can barely see because it is very much bright outside.
Which soon get hit by a tornado.
Also may or may not have hand-waved the original plan to have everyone effectively have sunlight sensitivity out here, so you can be thankful for that.
I thought about that being a Goliath. I'm not gonna lie, but I just kept my mouth shut.
Yeah, I think I had that originally and I took it away for something else.
Those wear sunglasses next time.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
nothing else crazy is gonna happen. I'm gonna go to bed. But I'm gonna
Are
go
we,
for a long
would you
rest.
say we're able to make it to the town?
I would say you are. However, before you get there, you do take
More damage.
one more bit. Oh my word! That time it actually rolled out of force. Searing 20 points.
Jesus!
Korug's dead.
Yeah, I did that wrong. Sorry.
You guys can make some more great berries or whatever before you actually, you know, take that damage. I think.
I'm at 5.
So, however, so yeah, there won't be anything else too crazy, Bustin. You can peace out.
All right. Yeah, I'll see you guys later.
All right. I think some of you. So the thing here says if you took 75% of your max HP from the radiant sun damage, you get a level of exhaustion, but you're about to take a long rest, so I'm just going to hand wave that and say it's not going to matter. Because that cures the level of exhaustion anyway. So, you survived the onslaught of the naughty sand crawler boys. And you got a side quest that you might be able to come back to.
Oh, boy.
And this is where you're going to end up next time.
Cool.
Cool.
All the healing in the world.
It's a good thing because you guys got surprised twice and like got wrecked up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, that first round just instant triggered. We just took a lot of damage. I need to just pop this now.
I want to go to this big building because big buildings are usually important, and this one looks like it has a fidget spinner on it. So I might go
I think that's like magic or
I
something.
feel like that's a lose inspiration.
Or what
It
if I
might be
burn
like
it down?
It
No,
might
no,
be
if you
like
burn
a
it
store
down.
because I know the sign for a pawn shop is like a weight.
I think that's supposed to be like an item shop. But
It looks like
anyway, I'll see you guys hopefully next week. Where we got
Goodbye.
places to go and people to talk to and find out
People,
what's going on in this town and this planet. Thanks for watching the stream, guys. Later days.
Alright, so have you guys watched Zatch Bell?
Nope.